It's just some lights.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not nothing. That ain't nothing fantastic.
Cool.
We was on. Everybody was on short time tonight. It took me forever.
Cool.
But we on. What up, y'all, man? It's the Black Opinionated Podcast, a.k.a. the Bop. You know how we do, man, each and every week. It's the end of the week, so that means it's going to be fun times and shit talking.
Good laughs.
Yo.
Lots of drinks.
Yeah. We did good this week. We got more than 4.
Man, listen, Krabby's is expensive.
Shit. Yo, who you telling? I drink IPAs. I know. Like, them shits get me all the time. Mm-hmm. All right, man. So tonight's topic is, he got money. Technically, what we're saying is it a man's responsibility to take care of everybody in his women's crew if they go out? So, like, if y'all go out to dinner and your girl, your man's girl, your girl's girl come with y'all, and she expects you
like some third wheel shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like your girl invited her to come with y'all, right?
Okay.
So you like whatever. I don't care. We only going to fucking Fridays. You know what I'm saying? Like she can come. So then y'all get there, and everybody eating. This bitch done ordered chicken wings, a couple fucking drinks, an appetizer, a side salad, something to go, right?
The doggy bag.
You and your girl got an appetizer and split that bitch.
Absolutely.
Right?
Right.
So then y'all get up. So the bill come, and you tell them it's 2 separate bills. Nah, it's me and her, and then she on her own. Mm-hmm. Her girl act like she ain't got no money to pay for this shit. Okay. Is it your responsibility to take that?
Hell no.
My nigga.
Hell no.
Facts. Fuck no.
So, of course, when you give it that explanation,
Yo,
but that is not what that text message said.
Yo,
Her ass gonna sit there and we out, babe. Let's go.
It's the same fucking thing. Fuck no.
No, it's
no.
not.
She don't got no money for no tip.
That bitch ain't got nothing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, little baby.
But you know what make it worse though? She act like her card got declined. Like she act like the bank can't answer
she
her
frauding.
phone call. Right.
Oh, the
she
worst.
Like she knew she didn't have no fucking money when she came out.
Yo.
Let me check my account. I know I had money in here earlier. I don't know why it's not working.
I don't understand
knowing that
why
you
the
don't have no
bank-
money,
right,
period.
knowing you had no fucking money.
This
Hell
gonna be a
yeah.
2 against 1 podcast tonight. I feel it. No, it's not even 2 against 1. It's 2 against like all of my Facebook page. Like they was all, like the women, man, everybody was like, nah. And I'm like, wait, I didn't say he was wrong. I didn't say anything.
No, dog. That nigga was not wrong for not picking up that fucking tab.
I don't think he wasn't. Okay, so I don't think he was wrong. What I said on the post was that I felt like if anything was wrong, it was miscommunication, but you also have to consider what is this person's culture. If this girl is used to, in previous relationships with her man, and these men picking up the tab for her girls whenever they go out, that might be why she expected it and why she said, you're making me look bad in front of this person because this is what she's used to. Now, at that point, you want to have a conversation with your significant other and figure out certain things. But this is also why culture is very important in dating, because we going to tell Beyonce that she needs to be an independent woman if her and Jay-Z don't work out no more and she decides to date somebody else? Or is she going to look for the next person to provide certain things?
But is she fucking screaming Miss Independent? This is the question. Is she running around here screaming Miss Independent? She don't need no nigga. She got her own car, own clothes, own like.
Well, I mean, you could be independent, but if you're in a relationship with a person,
can go.
No, but it's the truth. If you can be, I am 100% self-sufficient. But there are things in a relationship that you look for the other person to do, because if you're not going to do it, then what am I with you for?
Explain.
Such as, if you decide to take me out on a date, you decide to take me out on a date.
I'm
you pay for it.
For you.
For you, yeah.
Right. But I don't expect my man to pay for my friends. But there are literally women who every date that they have gone on, these niggas are shelling out money for the entire table.
Okay, well, them niggas like to show off. I'm not Mr. I don't have to prove nothing to nobody.
Right. But that's where culture is important, because if a girl is used to this being with all of her previous relationships,
that shit needs to be said.
but that's what I'm saying. For her to say, you're making me look bad, this is something new for her. So this is a miscommunication thing for everybody. Correct. This gotta be something new for her.
But I feel like you don't go in a relationship like, yo, babe, like, since we together, like, are me and your friends together? You know what I'm saying?
Not necessarily, but there's certain things that come with that. So, like, I'll give you a perfect example.
I'm listening.
We all listening.
Right.
So, with the person that I was with previously, there were just certain things that just kind of came with being with him. Mm-hmm. So, like, my best friend was our next door neighbor. And so, if she went to the grocery store and bought groceries, 9 times out of 10, he would take the groceries up there. She would come kick it in the house with me, and he would take the groceries over to her house. Is that her boyfriend? No. But those were things that he did because she's a single woman and she's on her own, and she's my friend. She's also my children's godmother. Or he would do things like, if she's, he see her taking out the trash, he would take out the trash for her. She would come kick it with me because people would be like, well, what's going on between them? Nothing, because she's in the house with me as he's doing those. It's just some men just do stuff like that. All of my brothers, related or not, like, I went out after I left here last week, I went out with my brother. I didn't expect to have anything paid for. I had my own money. Correct. He paid for everything. Yeah,
but that's different. I don't. If I go out with friends, right, then the majority of the time, I'm either going to pick up the tab or just tell somebody to pay the fucking tip. If I'm inviting you out,
right,
then male or female, I'm normally going to pick up the tab.
Right.
Right. But if we're just on some old humbug shit like, yo, let's go here real quick and grab something to eat, then everybody's on their own.
Right.
Correct.
So in that situation, when you bring your friend out, it should be explained. I don't even think it has to be explained. It's just like one of them unwritten rules. Like, bitch, have your own fucking money.
Yeah. But I think they say that though in the beginning. Like, yo, we're going out. Like, boom, boom. And I think the female tells them.
Niggas say that. No, niggas say that.
Nah.
Because niggas ain't putting out money if they ain't got to.
Yeah, true.
Like, yo, you good?
True. But I've heard just from like my lady and shit being like talking to her friends and shit, like, yo, you good? And she'd be like, oh yeah, I'm good. All right, well, we're going here, boom, boom, boom.
But see, me and my girls, we don't ask each other. We want to go out, so that's it. If we invite you, even if you don't got it, that's not a conversation that we have. We got you. Right. So that might be, that's what I'm saying. That might be a part of it. And then I have another friend too. We went out one time. We all went. My ex went with me. We all talking. The check done came and went, and he covered the bill. This man has put $700 down on the bill, and people he don't even know because he just had it, so he did it. But that's his culture. That's what I'm saying. Culture is real. It plays a big role in dating. Like, knowing somebody's background, where they come from, how they were raised, plays a big, because we try and start fitting people in places they don't belong, or like you start saying, why are you on mesh?
Well, nobody talks either. Because think about it. I feel like that could not an issue. Like, if the nigga would have just been like, yo, your girl got money, right? Like, even if you said it on some like slick, like,
right,
trying to be smart shit, like, it still would have tried to gauge the situation. Like, she paying for herself.
Right.
Like, that's shit that I say.
Right.
If I say, babe, we going out and you invite your friend, I'm asking you, like, am I paying for this, or like, how we doing this?
Right.
Because trust me, I make decent money.
Right.
I make decent money for me and you. I don't make decent money for me, you, him, her, and him and her, and her.
Right.
And I don't think there's nothing fucking wrong with that. Like,
right.
And this whole mentality that people have, like somebody said that if a nigga can't afford it, then he shouldn't be at the table.
Yeah.
First off, nigga, I can afford it for me.
Correct.
What I can afford and what you can afford might be two different things.
Correct.
If we're in the same restaurant, I'm in a, and it's a high class restaurant, obviously I made plans to fucking come here.
Right.
Yeah.
So I can afford it at that time because I had to budget it out. And where you can just walk out the fucking house and blow it and not look back, more power fucking to you.
Damn right.
But guess what? Most of these motherfuckers I know don't have it like that, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But to expect somebody else to go ahead and just take over, like, oh, well, you're the man. What the fuck is that, yo? You're the man. You should take. No.
Yeah.
You got it fucked up. You're right. I am a man, and my girl is taken care of.
Right.
We're your man.
Yeah. Everybody's culture is like growing up. My mom was a single mom. She covered everything.
Right.
Like she paid. I ain't never seen whether she was dating somebody or not, which is very rare. A man ever covering anything. Not saying that they didn't. It's just something that I never saw. So in my mind, I was just like, okay, as a woman, you're always supposed to be able to take care and maintain your own, and I've always been able to.
Right.
But the men in my life have always been like, no. We're here for a reason.
Right.
And whether it be financial, whether it be security, like I'm real big on the protector provider aspect. And provider doesn't always have to be financially. But that was their culture. And then I meet some men now where it's like they want to, they ask you out on a date and then they want to go Dutch. No. I mean, I'll pay it, but you probably won't see me again.
Right.
Well, okay, so hold on. Let's talk about this real quick. But what if the nigga really like you and want to take you out and he just don't got the super funds to take you out?
Then let's find a cheap date. We got free dates that we can go on.
What's a free date?
Park, picnic.
Niggas don't do that shit no more. When I be like, what's a free date? I be like, the park.
The park is always a free date.
Yeah,
Especially if it's warm.
picnic. Like, let's take a walk. We can go to Brandywine. We can go to the Glasgow Park.
yes.
Like, get creative.
Niggas ain't like that no more.
Now, what if you bring your girl with you?
That's cock blocking.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm still not paying for that bitch.
Yeah, 100%.
See, that's another thing, too. I don't really feel like, unless we're going on, like, a outing, like, where all friends and everybody are included, I'm not bringing my girlfriend on a date with my man. Now, I did one time with my best friend, but that was because my best friend had a death in the family, and me and my ex at the time, we decided, like, let's take her out. So we kind of treated her. So that was like a 3-way date between all of us. But that was just it. As far as, like, I'm not taking my girlfriends out with my man.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not paying for it. Bottom line is I'm not paying for your fucking friend. Unless we discuss it before we get out the fucking...
Right.
There needed to be a discussion,
So this is what I think happened. I think that shit was just sprung on this nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they got out there and he thought he was paying for him and his girl. And all of a sudden, now you got to pay for a third person. Even if you have the money, that's not money that you planned on putting out. So I can see where anybody comes from in that aspect.
Right.
But that's not money that I planned on putting out.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if it was $5-10.
Right.
I didn't plan on spending the extra $10.
So if somebody is
You know
wrong
what I'm
in this
saying?
whole situation with these 3 people, I would say the
It's
only
the
person.
friend.
No, I think it's the girlfriend that's wrong. I think the
they're in
girlfriend is the only one that's really wrong here.
I think they're in their fucking cahoots.
Yo, that's what my sister thinks, and I'm like, I don't think they're scamming. She really thinks that they're running. I'm like, I don't think they scamming.
They in fucking cahoots. They in fucking cahoots.
Well, he said by the end of the text message he ain't pay it. So if they in cahoots, the relationship is now over.
Well, she said that she embarrassed him, so I'm pretty sure it was fucking over, or it was an argument.
Yeah.
It at least came down to an argument.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like she had anything to argue. I really feel like she didn't have anything to argue. Listen.
Let me ask you though, if you was to take Rihanna out right now, and you take her to TGI Fridays,
And she bring her friend?
and she bring her friend, you don't pay for her friend, do you think she's gonna be satisfied understanding the catalog of men that came before you?
Well, that's her fault for not asking who I am.
That too. But
I just feel like
you
it-
said,
it
but
could
if
be-
y'all are in a relationship now, because usually the guy is the one that solidifies the relationship. Do you think that you would be wrong knowing this woman's background, knowing that you can't keep up with the spending habits of her, like the men in her past?
I'm going to say, but me personally, I'm going to say something from the fucking jump.
Yeah.
Because there's been plenty of times I dated bitches, females.
No, he felt that one.
Yeah,
he felt when he said it
he
first.
felt, he felt that heavy. They had a nurse
y'all,
look over
what
here at
y'all
me all
do?
like crooked, like, yo, whoa, bro.
Felt that way. His soul. I don't want to know what they did.
Don't cut your eye over here at me, nigga. Like,
I'm glad all of my exes are still cool with me.
Oh, man.
Kinda
The crazy
like
part,
you a
I'm still pretty cool with most of my exes. It's crazy. But not. Yo, I did date this one chick. She was Spanish. And we went out with her friends and shit one time, and she, like, looked at me to pay the bill. And I said up front, fuck you thought this was?
Yeah,
That's the
fuck outta
culture.
here.
Like, but that's a culture thing.
Yeah, that's the culture.
But then I just found out later on it was a culture thing. Mm-hmm. So after I found out it was a culture thing, you know what I did? I just stopped going out when she invited her fucking friends.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Like,
Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah. That
but
sounds
no,
like,
but I understand the first time she definitely, hey, yo, Alan, what up, my nigga? He finally watching live. This nigga always watch after the show and then start commenting after the show. I'm like, nigga, catch this shit live, my guy.
Right.
I love that nigga.
Right.
But nah, so, and she looked at me like I was wrong for catching a fucking attitude. Mm-hmm. But it was also just sprung on me.
right.
Bitch, you know only dated fucking American people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. We're very different though. Like, and even like I've noticed there's a huge difference between like guys in New York versus like guys out here, and like how like what it is. Like, you could be talking to a guy in New York, y'all could be talking for 2 years and just talking, just dating and just be casual, and the girl will never expect a relationship. Out here, you get about 3 weeks in and it's like, so what we doing? And it's like,
Right.
damn, like that's fast.
well,
New York move fast.
No, that's Delaware move fast because everybody locks it down so quickly out here. Where out there, it's like there's so many people. It's like you can kind of mix and mingle for as long as you want to,
Yeah.
until you meet that person where you're like, you know what,
Right.
you're it. So, culture is it really does play a role. Like when I put out like my standards of like relationships and stuff, I always get, oh, you're difficult, you must be a diva, and I'm like, bro, you have no idea what I bring to the table.
Yeah, damn right.
so what if you had a nigga that was like cool, right? Like y'all clicked it and like y'all clicked and everything else, but the only thing that was wrong was he wasn't financially stable.
See, there's always that gray area
So
with financially
he
stable.
ain't got no money.
Like
No
broke.
money.
Well,
Like,
you got
Now you-
skills. Does
now
he
you-
have?
Yeah, are you saying like, Sarah, are you saying like he work at Wendy's? And
let's go with the Wendy's route.
Okay.
Let's
So
go
he
with
work
it.
at Wendy's. Well, what's your background? Are you a skilled laborer? Do you landscape?
He's trying to get his life together.
He's trying to get his life together.
My man Tyrone.
Okay.
Okay.
Can he maintain a side hustle of some sort?
I mean, he's good with his hands.
I like that.
Like he's a good handyman.
That's
What if he
perfect.
got a job? What do you need all the side benefits for? If he got a job.
See, I'm not impressed by employment. I'm one of those girls where it's like, that's cute. So what else can you do? Because the way I look at it is, in a heartbeat, your job could be gone. And you don't have no money. How are we going to pay these bills? Because when my son was in that car accident, me and my ex were out of work for 9 months.
Yeah.
And we still paid rent on time.
Right.
And we weren't getting public assistance, all that stuff. It was crazy because we really didn't qualify for nothing. So he had to figure some stuff out.
I feel like
had to
the
figure some
niggas who
stuff
actually
out.
make decent money, like not super rich, but not like super broke, like where you kind of teeter right in the middle. That's the people who need fucking help with groceries and shit. Like,
Yeah.
because you are really just making it.
Yeah. Yo, I love paying for my food with cash. Like, it's just, it's I know it's kind of snobby, but I like it. Like, it just makes me feel like
I never
I'm
have
doing
cash on
this.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I barely have cash, but I like using a card.
When I go out
yeah.
on like dates and
Yeah.
when I was dating and everything, and I would always pull my card out, and they'd be
Yeah.
like, "Why you don't have no cash on you?" I'd be like,
You
"No."
feel more
No.
boss with a card.
Yeah, I never.
Yeah, like-
and then cash, for some reason, when I have it on me, I tend to spend it faster.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yep.
Because you know you got it.
Because
It's right
being
there.
cash broke is different than being bank account broke.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's a whole different broke.
Feels totally different.
I feel like honestly, my cold hearted opinion, that bitch was in the wrong.
Which one? Because it's two.
The girlfriend.
I
And
think the
then
girlfriend was wrong.
so I feel like it goes like this. The girlfriend was super in the wrong. The friend was wrong by association.
Yeah. Because I would never went.
Because she still thank you.
I would never went.
Because she still went along with it.
Yeah, I would never went. Even if I didn't have money, I
I'd
still
just-
wouldn't get because I'll be a third party.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Be that
Like,
third
man,
wheel.
fuck that, dog.
And I would have just told her like, nah.
Yeah. Catch you on
I'm
the flip
good.
side. Yeah.
She's trying to get the free
Yeah,
meal.
damn right she
Yeah.
was like a nigga.
So now, okay, so let's take it a step further. Let's say you do decide to pay, right? Like, you know you're going to pay.
All right.
and you order some food.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say y'all just get the entrees, right? You get an entree, she get an entree.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it wrong on her friend to order more than what y'all got?
Yes.
Facts.
Yeah, I feel like it's common courtesy to not spend more.
Like,
than
nigga,
the
if I
person
order off the
is-
dollar menu,
Yeah,
you order off the dollar
Yeah,
menu. Right.
fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen, okay, then don't ever treat my kids to nothing because
Kids is different. I give kids a pass and tell you about, like,
not my kids.
how old your kids?
My son is 9. You know where we went? We had to get him crab legs for his 9th birthday.
It's his birthday.
Yeah.
That's normal for him. That's a normal night. Like when,
Oh.
if I call him, like, what you want for dinner? Can you make me some salmon and some asparagus and some, you know what I'm saying? Like
No shit.
he was spoiled. Like TGI Fridays is McDonald's for
fuck
him.
that, nigga. We can hang out all the time. What we eating today, bro? You like a pig.
Right.
You on a good track record right now.
Right.
Yeah, and they'd be like, "Mommy, you got it," and it's like, "Bruh, you need your own job because these meals are expensive."
Damn right.
I mean, technically, you could put up the work.
Yeah,
damn right.
kids are expensive. That's why people don't. I'm like, don't ask my kids what they want to eat. Just give them what you got because if they tell you, you're gonna be shocked.
Yo, listen. Kids get a pass up to the age of like 13.
Mm-hmm.
I give them the Bible rule.
Right.
At 13 is the age of accountability.
Right.
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 So you would be willing to buy an 8-year-old one of them seafood steam pots from Joe's Crab Shack?
Are they going to eat it?
Yeah, it's like $30,
Yeah.
$40.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh my God, that's
So
nice.
my niece is 5.
Mm-hmm.
She gets whole meals. Like whole meals. Like not like she get the fucking kid menu out of her face because you're insulting her.
Yes.
No shit.
Yes. That is my son.
No
Like,
shit.
you're insulting her.
Right.
So like we went out one time or whatever, right? And everybody got their food and she was like, I want chicken and waffles.
Right.
And the waitress was like, that's like a whole half of chicken. My niece was like, chicken and waffles.
Like, did you
It was
hear what I
like,
said?
We fucking know. Like
Right.
she wants chicken and waffles. My goddaughter, she orders whole meals.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember the one time, she was younger. I took her to McDonald's, got her a Happy Meal. She was hyped. I was hyped for her because she got a toy. Yeah, baby, we got the toy. Toy. Right. You know what I'm saying? So she hands me what I thought was a toy. No, it was her fucking French fries.
Right.
I busted U-turn real quick. Let's go back and get you some real fucking the fuck I was mad for.
Right.
She was like, Uncle Black, what is this? I was like, it's your toy. She was like, no, it's not. And I was like, what? The fuck they give you these fries for? You get a whole meal.
God.
Get a whole fucking meal.
You know, kids today are spoiled. I used to be happy to
But
get a
that's
kid's
the only
meal.
that's the only people who get a fucking pass for kids. Grown people? Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nope. And if I'm feeling, and if I'm feeling generous, like, like you tell me like, yo, babe, my girl's over here, blah, blah, blah. Can you bring dinner home? If I bring dinner home, don't eat more than me and my girl either.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's just common courtesy if you kind of like that nut ass third wheel.
Yeah.
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 Don't eat the last fucking slice of pizza.
Don't
Yeah.
eat the last cookie.
Right. Don't eat the last cookie.
Yeah, that's just rules. That's
Right.
like that's rules. Yeah.
I
It's
usually give
just
it
shit
away.
that it's just shit that you can't do, and you have to warn me before this is happening. You can't spring this shit on me that second,
Right.
Yeah.
because then I'm gonna just be mad, and whatever is going to happen is going to be a fucking no, and I don't care
Right.
who's upset about it or anything. You got to give me a heads up.
No, I agree. I think that was really it. It should just been I feel like the girlfriend should have had a conversation beforehand. Like there's just certain things that should be talked about. That's why it's like I'm not in agreement with jumping into relationships unless you've been dating for a while, so you can kind of figure out like.
Yeah, but what's a while though? Like, what's dating for a while?
Well, I mean, for everybody, it's different. For me, I've got to have known somebody more than 30 days for me to say yes to a relationship, because you kind of get a chance to actually see like what their habits are. And it's like I'm also big on people having goals, and not just having goals, reaching those goals. So I want to have enough time to see if like certain things that you're saying are things coming to fruition. Like, how are you dealing with life? What is your financial situation? If your financial situation is not perfect, I could definitely work with you. I'm not one of those, like, I'm not, like I said, I'm not impressed by a man that has a job, because once you lose that job, now what? You know what I mean? Especially if you're working for somebody else, how are you going to be able to maintain if things go to shit? Because a lot of men's ego, masculinity, and sometimes how they deal in relationships comes from what their financial status is. I don't have time to be dealing with somebody that's acting like a baby because they don't got the funds.
Right.
So I think
you gotta talk.
Yeah, communication is huge. It's huge. And being a woman with standards in 2020 is like being a witch.
Well, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people got standards.
I feel like people have standards, but I feel like sometimes black women have a hard time, or they get a lot of criticism for having certain standards that I feel like they should be allowed to have. Like, you should be allowed to say the truth. Like, even with me, like, I tell guys all the time, you cannot want to date me because I have kids. That is perfectly fine. I am not mad at you. I actually would rather you say that to me in the beginning,
right,
than start a relationship with me and you pretended like you like my kids, but you really don't like these little motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you side-eyeing my children.
That's why I don't date women with kids no more. Because not because I don't dislike the kid eventually.
I'm good, bro.
I want to liking the kid, and then shit happens, and now I can't see the kid no more, and then you're all attached to the kid. So I ain't got time for it no more. You know, and like in that situation, I would pay for the kid too. You know, just don't spring shit on me. I think that's the biggest thing. Don't spring it. And the way that text message came off is like it was just sprung on him. He didn't know nothing about it till it happened. Right. And then I think what made it even worse is the fact that she was saying like her card was all fucked up instead of just be like, yo, I ain't got no fucking money. Can you you got me? Yeah, I'll pay you back. I'll cash app you on Tuesday. Right. And I feel like he wouldn't have had a problem with it either. Even if the girl didn't say anything, like even if his girl didn't say anything, and when they picked the other chick up or however they met up or whatever, if she said something beforehand, like, hey, yo, I'm a little tight. Can you take care of me and I got you? Or like something. Right. I really just think it came down to the whole him having it sprung on him. So and the way it was. If you know your car, if you know you had no money in your car, don't try to act like the bank is fucking up. Yeah. Right. I think that's the worst. Women do that all the time. Be at the register knowing that damn well the money in the account. And you know what I do? Yeah. So are you gonna like void all her stuff out, or how are we gonna do this? I gotta go. I got to go. Yeah. So I need all of my Facebook friends to forgive me. Because I didn't say he was wrong. That was my biggest thing. I'm like, everybody's like, so you're saying he's wrong? I didn't say that. He wasn't wrong. They were wrong. Yeah. They were wrong as a pair. Yeah. This was just a whole discombobulated. And I mean, we can even take it a step further. Maybe the girlfriend didn't know the bitch was broke. That too. Yeah. So, you know. Self-accountability. Right. And so in that case, maybe she kind of just thought she was inviting her out and it was already predetermined that. But then what happened was, the friend was broke, and instead of maybe the girl was saying she was more embarrassed because instead of him just handling this situation and getting the fuck out of Dodge, and then they talk about it, right? Maybe he made a deal about it in the restaurant, so that was embarrassing. That I could see. Because in that case, as my friend, we got to have a conversation. Facts. So maybe she was just like, ever. Right. So maybe she was just looking at it like you could have just paid it. We could have got the fuck out of Dodge and then dealt with it in the car or, you know, once we got home. But you made a big deal about it in the restaurant. So that was embarrassing. Not the fact that you wouldn't pay for it. Right. But the fact that you made the big deal about it in the restaurant was the embarrassing part. Right. So if that's where she was coming from, then yes, he was wrong. I would have just taken care of it and then said something when we got the fuck outside. Yeah, that too. Yeah. So if that was it was such a vague text message, we can't really gauge where anybody was coming from. It's like so many different scenarios. But if that was the scenario that happened, then okay, I understand where his girl was coming from and why she felt embarrassed. Yeah. But if that wasn't the case, man, fuck that bitch. Shut up, dog. Oh man.
Yeah. That's interesting though. It really is.
Yeah, that's the only thing I see. It was like, oh shit, we're drinking Stella's tonight, yo. Completely fucking forgot.
Yeah.
You know why? As soon as she handed it to me, I was like, crack.
Right.
Listen, this was needed.
Crack.
Right.
Yeah, yo, who you telling? This was a long week.
2
long
kids
week.
with the flu. 2.
You got the coronavirus. Glad we got Stella's.
Right. Oh,
You know,
man.
and I thought about the text message. I'm like, I didn't put Coronas in in the choices.
First off, man, this corona. Another episode. Another episode. But yeah, I think we kind of all agree on, depending on the situation, who was right or wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't spring nothing on us.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
Yes.
Communicate.
And make sure y'all really fans of the fucking Black Opinionated Podcast. I mean, that's really the only way to fucking avoid any
Big
type
facts.
of crazy situation
Big
in
facts.
fucking life.
Big facts.
No, we give a lot of good advice. Like my therapist charges me a pretty penny for the stuff that we give for free.
Yeah,
Let me
right.
tell you something. I don't need nobody to tell me that I'm fucked up in the head. I already know this. I need somebody to tell me how to fix it.
Right.
Wow.
They do that. They do that too. I got 2 of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
come talk to us for free.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if the advice we're gonna give you gonna be the best,
Right.
but
Gonna be honest.
yeah, be honest with
You know what I
you.
mean?
I think
Straightforward.
that's another issue sometimes with people. Yo, they're just not honest and real. Maybe here's another scenario real quick before we get out of here. Maybe this nigga approached this joint like he was a fucking baller.
Yep. That's what I was thinking.
Maybe he sent the representative out.
How? Like, if it's girl, if it's, you know what I mean?
Because maybe, like I said, maybe he represents himself like a baller. We don't know how long they've been dating. We don't know if they live together.
Right.
We don't know how deep their relationship is.
Right.
So maybe he approached himself like a baller. So she invited her friend out. Like, oh, you know, he got the money.
Yeah.
Fuck out
Like, yo, like,
I'm
you know,
still not paying.
But I'm saying, but if you represent yourself like that, you gotta take that fucking L, my nigga.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
keeping it 100,
No,
but look.
no, you wasn't. But you wasn't keeping it 100 at first.
Nope.
I am keeping it 100 with her. I'm like, look, girl, I'm only
Now-
here out to take it out with you and me.
No,
not
but
here
I'm
to-
saying when y'all first started talking,
Right.
maybe you represented yourself as like a fucking baller.
But that's what we all do.
I mean,
See,
Like, on the first
at
day,
my
like, we
job,
splurge. Like,
there are guys that come in,
Right.
they got BMWs, they wearing
See,
Burberry.
that's extra.
and
That's
I'm just
extra.
looking at them like,
Right,
you
but
know,
that's what I'm
we
saying.
all
Maybe that's
the
how he
same.
came off.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
They be pulling these girls like, yeah, shorty, you know, I work at a bank. Like,
Yeah, I thought you meant like,
like you're not making that much money.
right. I
no,
thought
no,
you
no,
meant
no,
like,
I'm
no.
broke
On
on
the
the
first date, we
salary.
do go out.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No.
Yeah.
Like this nigga came up in a motherfucking vet.
Yeah,
like,
fuck outta here.
like,
Yeah, he drawing.
you know what I'm saying? Like maybe he represented himself as like big man on fucking
Yeah, he
campus.
fucking drawing. Then he deserves
And
it.
if he did that,
Yeah.
then you gotta take.
You gotta
the
take that L.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah.
So that could have been a scenario too.
Facts.
And then he acted the way he acted in the restaurant, what was embarrassing. Right. So it could have been. It could have been.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've had guys pull out, you know, cash in front of me trying to, you know, impress me. It's like,
First off, let's stop you right there.
I know the cash.
That's the corniest fucking thing a man can do.
Yes.
Is when I pull out, if I have that cash on me, I always turn my back. A, I don't want niggas knowing what I have.
Right.
And B, I don't want niggas knowing what I have.
Right.
Yeah.
So I always turn around and count my fucking money. Like I'm not trying to be sneaky or no. I just don't. I just always cover my fuck. I hate when niggas pull up money out and be like,
Right.
Yeah. No,
bro. Now,
I've had.
I'm not a thug. I'm not a robber.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying is though, you can get got, my nigga. Like,
Oh man.
100.
Yeah. I've had guys do it. They pull out.
enough money to change a nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They pull out the money, you know, they trying to impress you. And it's like, first of all, my first question is, why ain't all of that in the bank account? Second question is, well, where's your car?
Yeah.
Where do you
And
live?
it's always the niggas not fucking with a car.
Yep.
It's always the niggas walking got the most money in their pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you live in a crazy city like New York, then it's fucking expected.
Yeah, I pay attention
Out
to
here,
your clothes.
let's talk about like out this kind of
Yeah.
area.
Yeah,
You have to have a car out here.
yeah.
Even in the city, you have to have a car out here.
Yes.
Yep.
So if you pulling out that much money with no fucking car,
You was a wankster.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. And you really got to pay attention to all the signs. The girls don't be, they be like, oh, he was wearing this and he was wearing that, and it's like, I pay attention to like a guy that got work boots on, mud on them, paint on them, would get my number before the guy with the fresh sneakers.
Yo, oh my god, bro, I have this argument with pretty much everybody.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the type of nigga I am. You feel me? Like,
I feel like that's why we mesh well.
Right. I would rather wear my work clothes going out.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I told my lady the other night, she was just like, babe, why you don't get dressed? Mind you, I got clothes, got sneakers, got boots.
Right.
But I love wearing my work clothes.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because they're the most broken in. They're the most comfortable.
It's not like no lazy shit. It's just like,
Yeah.
look, like, I just like walking out and a female looking at me, knowing that I'm in a relationship or whatever, or even if don't know if I'm in a relationship, seeing like, oh yeah, that man worked.
Yeah.
And he has no problem going to a happy hour in his work clothes
Right.
or
Right.
going to dinner in his work clothes.
Right.
I know that man work hard. You feel me? That's why I like it. Like I can go to the mall right now in work clothes and be cool with it.
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm stunting. What's up? You know what I mean? And then I'll get like the love from like more like older women.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this young bud. You know what I mean?
It's a black
Right.
man with a job. They're excited.
You feel me?
But these
Like,
young girls, they gotta see. It's like
man.
no, like
what's some jeans
did
called? With
one
the,
guy did that a couple years ago.
The zippers.
Um,
All the niggas got them. I don't have them.
I know what you're
cargos?
talking about. No, they're not the cargos. They got the zip.
They're real expensive.
Yeah.
I heard somebody told me it was like $250 for a pair of jeans.
wish.
Lucky brand?
No, it's not in that category of Lucky Brand or Aeropostale or Gap or Old Navy. It's something. It's,
Hermes?
oh my god, they sell them. Oh my god,
And this is where we get hung up on.
damn right.
So this nigga can't remember.
Fuck.
So we be sitting here for 5 minutes like,
True religion.
True Religion,
Got
okay.
it. True religion. I don't see why how niggas can wear that shit. Like,
Yo.
and they be tight
Yeah,
and they be
First
sagging.
yeah.
I don't, first off, maybe I'm getting old because I don't never understand that shit. But what I also don't understand is how these niggas spend this much money without a car.
Yeah. Still at home with
It's
their
all,
mom
it's
and
all
shit,
about the
nigga.
car. Like,
Instant gratification. That's really what it is. People, Instagram has monopolized.
I seen a
on-
nigga
Yeah.
once. So me and my man Avery went out one time. We just ran to McDonald's to go grab some food because we was fucking like in the middle of class or whatever. We was like, yo, let's go grab something to eat.
Right.
Ran to McDonald's, right? So we pull up in the car, right? We in there. The chick is walking out. Me and Avery look at her. We making eye contact. This nigga like buck up behind her. But little did he know, we already won because we was in the car, nigga. Y'all was walking to the bus stop.
Ha!
So
Right.
we won.
Yeah.
Fuck
Right.
how you look at this.
Right.
If I got out the car and said, babe, you want to ride? She would have jumped in the fucking car.
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
we could have took your chick with no effort.
Right.
No, and I was in a 1993 Honda Accord. Remember the red with
The stick shit.
Yes, yes, that's the one I was in.
Yes, I
I
remember
was
that.
in a 93
I remember that.
Burgundy Honda
I remember
Accord.
that.
Yes. That's what I
Damn.
pulled up in. Oh.
Right. With the little muffler.
With the muffler, right? Yup. and I won.
Yup. I remember that.
Yeah, I won.
Damn.
Yeah. Because
Remember
broke is loud and flashy and insecure. So it's like you just.
Yeah, but we was broke, but we was a different type of broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Broke with goals is not broke though.
Right. Right.
We just ain't reach our financial.
Peak yet.
Yeah, that's all it is.
That's all.
That's me. I'm broke with goals. People think I'm rolling in dough, and I'm like, no. It was a guy on Instagram. His name was Gary V, and I think he had a video.
Everybody watch Gary V.
Yeah, I think he said something like,
Everybody watch
"Eat shit for a year, live like a king for the rest of your life." So I went like 2-3 years without filing my tax returns. So now I don't got to file my tax return for a while. Like I was like, you know what? You could probably wait till next year to file your tax return if you want to.
Right.
But yeah, I lived like when I say broke for a good 3 years after my son's car accident, and now my kids don't want for nothing. Like,
Damn.
yeah, you really, really have to be disciplined.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm really not. Like I am horrible with money. horrible.
I'm horrible in my eating habits. I have expensive eating habits.
You know what I'm horrible with money because I like electronics.
I could tell.
And so like when we started the podcast, I came back out with it and I was like, I want to do this like completely right. Like I want to do quality.
Right.
I want it to sound good. I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to do that. And I refused to start it before I could do all that. And then by the grace of God, my brother told me about a website where I could finance equipment on my own credit card with no credit check.
Damn.
And that's how it got started.
Bless up.
Yeah.
So
Bless up.
that shit's paid off already. But
Bless
if
up.
it wasn't for that, I would have never
Right.
been able to get started.
Right.
And, you know, and it looks like on the surface, because of things that I have, it looks like I'm rolling in fucking dough.
Yeah, it does. I ain't gonna lie, it does.
But I'm not.
Right.
I'm struggling just like the fucking next person.
right.
I just, like you said, I just made a sacrifice. And for a whole year, I banked money. I went to a financial advisor. I went to a credit person, like to get where I was at.
Right.
And I think people sometimes don't even realize that. And this is not going off topic because watch how I bring it full fucking circle. So if that was that man situation,
Right.
right? So if that was that man situation and he looked like he was doing good on the outside, but he was still every day living check to check and doing this, I could understand why he got mad at that fucking table,
Yeah.
depending on where they went.
Yeah.
If they went somewhere expensive, he thought maybe like, oh, I'm gonna take my girl out somewhere nice, and she invited her friend, and now he got to foot this fucking. I get mad, my nigga.
Damn right.
But if shame on a girl if she knew that,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then extra shame on her friend if she knew she was fucking broke. Well, she you would know you were broke,
Yeah.
but knowing if she was like that she was broke and still went along
Right.
with it.
Right.
And how close are these friends?
Correct.
She's her best friend.
So she knows everything.
But girls use the term best friend so loosely. It's just like
True.
my best friend's been my best friend since I was 9.
True.
So for us, it's a little different. But yeah, girls do use that term so loosely. So and she probably is not going to be a factor probably after like 3 weeks after this whole situation. She's going to choose something. She just
And how
being
did
a
they
woman,
become
she's going to
best
choose
friends?
somebody.
They become best friends drunk? Dog. So many girls become best friends drunk.
Because when they drunk, they tell all their
They tell their
secrets, and it's
secrets,
like,
yup.
now I got to
Yup.
claim you,
Yeah,
bitch.
right. Now you gotta be clean, yo.
Yep.
Because if you put this shit out on the street, it's a fight.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it's almost like you can't be friends with anybody at work until you kind of know what they do. I got to know some dirt about you to be friends on Facebook.
Right. Right.
If we work together.
oh yeah.
So I feel like maybe that's how it went too. Would you like another one?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Thank you.
He is knocking them back.
These,
Dog.
oh, they're good.
I can't mix smoke with liquor. That's nasty taste in my mouth. Thought you were all right.
I like drinking.
We'll keep the kids edibles.
Oh,
for you.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, the kids' edibles.
yeah, we're gonna leave that alone for right now.
Yeah, that's
because-
another topic.
Yeah, because I want
That's
everybody.
that's a great topic, bro.
Kids edibles.
Yes.
Would you drug your kids?
Because don't say drug. Like we're not drugging them. Like,
Then you are giving them like. I mean, even if it's over the counter drugs, it's still drugs.
It's not because it's an herb. It's an herbal supplement. Would you herb your kids?
Would you blow weaves? Listen, it's the Black Opinionated Podcast. It's the Black Opinionated Podcast, man. I'm your boy Black. I'm my man Pooh to my left. Got my
Chill.
girl Mara to the right, man. Make sure y'all follow everybody on their social media. You can
See y'all
check
next
everything
week.
See you
below.
next
It's on
week,
Instagram,
for
man.
sure.
We'll see y'all next week. Y'all know where to follow me, man. AKA the Bop. We be back next week. Everybody have a good night, man. Be safe. Take care of one another. We out. Peace.